It's no secret there are lots of amazing places to live in Sarasota. Sometimes it can be hard to choose the right community for your family. There's a lot to consider. After all, what about the amenities in the area? What about the school districts? Look no further. We're going to break it down together right now. In fact, today we're going to look at two very well-known and often debated communities, Palmer Ranch versus Lakewood Ranch. Both communities have a lot of amenities to offer, but which one is right for you and your family? Stick around to find out. Before we begin, consider subscribing to the channel and clicking that notification bell right there. If you are serious about purchasing or selling a home here in Florida, you will want to stay up to date with all of my future videos with helpful information about the amazing housing market here in Florida, and thank you for subscribing. Palmer Ranch is a community located in the southern part of Sarasota. Residents of Palmer Ranch enjoy super easy access to the beaches, which are always about 10 minutes away or less. You can even get to downtown in about 20 minutes though. There's really something for everyone. That being said, you don't have to go far to start enjoying your time at Palmer Ranch. That's because the community has its own mall. I mean, a grocery store and all the other things like gas stations and shopping centers. In total, the community is quite large. It's about 10,000 acres, and this makes it one of the largest, if not the largest development in Sarasota. Well, besides Lakewood Ranch. In this vast acreage, there are many different types of homes to choose from condos and villas to single-family homes and even grand estates. There's something for all of us to enjoy in Palmer Ranch. And there are multiple communities in Palmer Ranch to consider, such as Silver Oak, Prestantia, Turtle Rock, Deer Creek, Serenade, and Pinestone, and each of them offer amazing views, either lakefront or perhaps golf course views, for instance. In total, Palmer Ranch has over 20,000 residents, so there are plenty of neighbors for you to meet. Those residents are spread across 34 different residential developments, 4 apartment complexes, and various other facilities. So Lakewood Ranch. Lakewood Ranch is got several gated communities located right on the Sarasota County and Manatee County line. And residents of Lakewood Ranch enjoy pristine views, with the area boasting natural lakes as large as 160 acres, as well as excellent shopping districts and schools for the kiddos. In total, there are 5 distinct villages in Lakewood Ranch, which are Summerfield, Edgewood, Riverwalk, Greenbrook, and the Country Club of Lakewood Ranch. There are more. These various villages in total take up about 8,500 acres of real estate, and many different types of residents live here. It is one of the biggest and fastest growing multi-generational communities in the nation. Also, if you're a golfer, pay close attention to Lakewood Ranch as 54 holes to play. Yep, that's right, 54. The course was actually designed by the one and only Arnold Palmer design team. So, plus once you're done golfing, you can enjoy the unbelievable Country Club, which also boasts a swimming pool, fitness center, and much more. So how do you choose? Sure, both communities are wonderfully adorned with features and services that would make any life a comfortable one. Whether you're after beautiful property or fun activities, there's something for everyone in either community. But there are some clear differences to consider which might help you choose between them. And what are the strengths of each community? Let's break it down. The overall vibe, Palmer Ranch is definitely a neighborhood that focuses on the residential community style of living. You're mostly looking at gated communities with a select number of commercial and retail options. As for recreational activities, you mostly stick with what's in your particular housing development. And location is a factor though. If you're a beach bum, this is probably the location for you. Being minutes away from the beach is a huge plus for many of us. And if you're more so into the commercial, industrial, or retail life, or even into public recreation settings, Lakewood Ranch might be more your speed. Lakewood has a lot to offer residents, like shopping centers and business parks and rental apartments, a pretty large recreation center and walking trails, and much more. It definitely seems to appeal to a more active lifestyle. If you have school-aged children, it's also important to look at school districts. Parents will often ask this question before even considering whether a home is worth the purchase. You want to know your kids will be educated properly, and I don't blame you. So let's look at the school districts and see how they compare. Lakewood Ranch falls under the Manatee County School District, with traditional education options being Braden River High School and Terra Elementary School. There's also some other schools that are developing in that area of Lakewood Ranch that you really need to take a look at depending on your area. In Palmer Ranch, you're looking at Sarasota County school districts. Here the schools include Pineview, Riverview, Sarasota Middle, Gulfgate Elementary, and I think it also includes Ashton Elementary. To accommodate your family, I highly recommend you check the non-for-profit websites like School Digger, verify the school ratings to see if it works for your family. Sometimes where we live is really determined by where we work. If there's any way we can shrink our commutes to and from work, it's often a good idea to take advantage. Let's look at that with Palmer Ranch and Lakewood Ranch. While there's surely some work to be had in Sarasota, sometimes, or much of the time, residents in Sarasota are commuting elsewhere for work. I'd be willing to bet a lot of residents are commuting to the Tampa Bay area for work. Specifically, just a trip up I-75 and you're suddenly in an extreme, diverse, and promising job market in Tampa. So if you look at commute times for these two communities, here's where we end up. In general, from Lakewood Ranch, it's going to take you about 50 minutes to get to Tampa. Or let's say you're working in Bradenton. That's just 24 minutes away. Not bad. For Palmer Ranch, the commute to Tampa is objectively longer in total. It would probably take about an hour to get to Tampa from Palmer Ranch, depending you got good traffic flow. That might not sound like a big difference, but remember, you still need to drive back, and that's an extra 20 minutes out of your day spent driving. So, To get to Bradenton, you're looking at about 32 minutes one way. And similar story there, so certainly something to think about. Finally, another very important topic to consider when picking between Palmer Ranch and Lakewood Ranch is, of course, the real estate market. You knew this was coming, didn't you? You want to make sure that your budget lines up with the neighborhood you're considering. Otherwise, you might want to wait a while to snag a house at the price you desire. In Palmer Ranch, the median listing home price is currently around $385,000. And if you look at the price per square foot, that's about $189. The median sale price is around $335,000. Conversely, in Lakewood Ranch, the median listing home price is currently around $417,000. Per square foot, that's around $198. And the median sale price is around $375,000. So it would seem that Lakewood Ranch, in general, is likely to be a more expensive option and could price out some buyers entirely. In both cases, Lakewood Ranch and Palmer Ranch are currently in a seller's market. This means that there are more people looking to buy than there are homes available to purchase. And whenever this happens, buyers need to act quickly and make respectable offers as soon as possible to hopefully secure their next home in the area. So it's safe to say there's a lot to consider. These communities both have a ton to offer. From beautiful properties to bountiful amenities, it's all ready and waiting for you here in Sarasota. And if you're ready to make your next home purchase in Palmer Ranch or in Lakewood Ranch or somewhere else in Sarasota, let me know in the comments down below. I'd love to chat with you more about your plans to buy, sell, or even invest in Sarasota. I'm Lindsay Ashley and I'm with Keller Williams Realty Select. And if you're looking for a realtor to help you with your next home purchase or sale, head on over to www.lindsayashley.com and you can schedule a free call with me to talk about your plans to buy, sell, relocate, invest, whatever you're doing. Contact me today so we can work together and get you that home that you love. And you can even get a free home evaluation. Just ask me how. So thanks for watching and I will see you next time.